Hi friends, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dr. Tinu Smith and I'm happy you are joining today. You're joining us on this beautiful session on self-development. And I know that every one of us out there wants to be better than where we are, who we are on a daily basis. And that is why we're focusing on this topic today. And as you join me, I know you're going to have a great time listening and you're going to take a lot of things away from this session. So jump on this session and let's go together as we look at self-development. So on daily basis, I make it a priority for myself to work on myself, to develop myself, to be better than who I was yesterday. And that is what I want everyone that is viewing this video today. I would love you to make up your mind that as you wake up on daily basis, you're going to begin to work on yourself, on your business, on yourself, on your career, on your mindset, everything that God has given you as a gift as a human being. Make up your mind that as you wake up on daily basis and as you have the opportunity to take in a fresh breath daily, you're going to work on yourself. So why is self-development very important? I always tell people that listen to me that self-development is like when you are thirsty and you have the desire to drink water. So if you are not developing yourself, there will be a lot of missing areas of your life that you will not be able to take charge of opportunities when they come. That is why I am an advocate for self-development. I know how far it has taken me. I remember when I started my business, I struggled a lot with growing my business because I do not know a lot of things about business management. So I had to sit down and ask myself, what is the problem here? So I discovered that I lacked the knowledge of managing my business. So I decided that I'm going to take a lot of trainings in business management, learning how to manage my business better. Then I jumped into the trainings, and in the next 2 years to when I discovered I was struggling with my business, everything changed because I applied, knowledge and skill to growing my business, and I saw a lot of changes. So I decided from that point on that I was going to be taking trainings in every area that I had issues. I started with financial literacy, people management, resources, how to manage my resources, how to manage customer, a lot of things. And everything about me changed because, I'd grown above the problems I was going through. So I want you to know today, as you're watching me, that you are the greatest asset in your business. If you're a business owner, you're watching me, you're the greatest asset to your business. You cannot grow a business that is bigger than your knowledge base. It's what you know that you apply to your business. So you are your habits, everything you do on daily basis to add to yourself will add to your growth. And if you're not doing anything to add yourself, you definitely will not leave the same point you are. So if you really desire to grow, you must prioritize self-development. So it's like two words, self and development. So you are the greatest asset when it comes to the journey of self-development, and you must be willing to pour into yourself, because if you don't do that, nobody's going to pour into you. You have to determine to open up to receive knowledge, and then when you receive the knowledge, you implement it, then you see the growth you really desire. So why is self-development very important? Is a conscious effort to improve yourself in your knowledge, your skill, your character, and your mindset. So those are the important areas of self-development. You must be determined to improve your growth when it comes to opportunities that you will see, because if you find opportunities come your way and you are not able to access them, it's because your knowledge base is lower than the opportunity. So for you to be able to position properly, you need to develop yourself, improve yourself, and position yourself. So why do we need self-development? Number one, it improves your confidence. When you have opportunities that come your way, you'll be able to harness them, you'll be able to take charge of them because you'll be confident. When you see opportunities and you do not have the skill to engage them, you will avoid it, you will not want to do it. When people are pushing you, you can do it, you know yourself that you don't have the skills to do it, so you will always try to avoid opportunities because you do not know how to handle them. Number two, what does self-development do for you? It helps you to improve on your character, who you are, the type of things, the values, the things you do, the type of values that you bring into your life and you accept people to bring to your space, is because you are developed, you know it, and your knowledge base is higher than whoever is bringing whatever it is they are bringing to you. You're able to apply yourself to what is being brought to your table. So what I'm saying to you today as you're watching is that you need to prioritize yourself, your skill set. Things are changing. For instance, look at how technology is changing every industry right now. So if you are now a business owner and the only thing you have is your skill, and you are not thinking of how technology is going to affect your skill, if for instance you're a fashion designer, how is technology affecting the fashion industry right now? So you have to think about it. So am I going to take tech and bring it into my fashion business to make sure that it's also upgrading to a level where I can also compete with other people. So that is part of self-development. So I will not say, oh, I'm just a fashion designer and that is where it ends. It must go beyond that. So whatever it is you are doing, whatever is happening in your industry, outside of your industry, you must learn it, you must know it so that you can apply it to your business. So number 2, it positions you for opportunity. When you develop yourself, people are willing to bring things to your table. They say, oh, this lady is skilled, she knows this, she knows that, we can reach out to her. When you speak, they learn a lot from you. They know that yes, you have the ability to do this and that. Then people will bring opportunities to your table. But if you don't know anything, you cannot apply yourself to new things. You are not learning anything new, you are not reading, you are not improving yourself. Nobody is going to offer you anything new. It's when they see what you are bringing to the table that they are going to now say, oh, can you do this for us? But if you have nothing to give, then you have nothing to take. So if you want people to bring things to your table, you must position yourself when it comes to your skill, when it comes to your knowledge, and also how you relate with people. Then the next one is, it helps you to create a sense of purpose. Very, very important. When you are developing yourself, you know exactly where you want to go. There's a direction for you. You're able to sit down and set goals for yourself, that this is where I am now. In the next 5 years, this is where I want to be. That's what self-development does for you. It helps you to think beyond your normal habitat where you are. You are not going to, relax and be okay with where you are. There's something in you that self-development does. It grows you. It helps you to desire to be better. It helps you to want to, take charge of your territory, take charge of new things. You want to take charge of the opportunities that are available. But if you're not developing yourself, you're going to be contented with where you are. You don't feel like growing, you're just okay. Whatever amount you're making is okay for you. People that self-develop themselves, work on self-development, they always have targets for themselves. They'll say, oh, this year I want to do 6 training in this, in that, in this. They will have set goals for themselves for the year. Because those who are not developing themselves, they are okay with where they are. They are contented with where they are. They're not, nothing's pushing them. They're just okay. But I want you to know today that you cannot become who you desire or dream to be if you don't invest in yourself. It is called self-development. It is called self-investment. It is something you have to wake up on a daily basis to do intentionally. As you wake up, you have to look at your life, your weaknesses, your strengths. Know areas that you are not so good that you can work on. Then know the ones that you are so good at that you can use to minimize your weaknesses. When you know that, you will be better at whatever it is you are doing. So how can you develop yourself? Number 1 is self-awareness. You need to know who you are. Who are you? What are the skills and what are the gifts that you have that you can harness to, improve your surroundings, improve people that are around you, improve yourself. Be self-aware. That's the first thing. That is how, when you know your weaknesses, I'm not so good in this area. What are the things I can do to improve myself in this particular area? What are the things I know to do well that I can use, to harness the opportunities that are available for me? So when you know that, you'll be able to shine, you'll be better at whatever you do. Then number 2 is emotional intelligence. You also need to develop that, because you meet a lot of people on your journey, and the best thing for you in life is not to allow situations to bring you down. So when you meet people and they do this or do that to you, you know that I have a goal, I know where I'm going. So you know who you are, and then whatever it is anybody does to you or any circumstances bring your way, you are determined to achieve your goal. You are determined to be successful at what you do. So this will help you to be able to achieve more. Then the next thing is continuous learning. You must desire to be, a student. Continuous learning. Some people feel, oh, after I've gone to school, I've gotten my certificate, I am okay. No, life is about learning continuously, and it's not only the classroom you can learn. You can read books, you can, relating with people is also part of learning. People can mentor you, learn from mentors, you can learn from your peers. You keep learning every day. Even circumstances of life that you go through also teaches you 1 or 2 things. We learn from everything around us. We learn from nature, learn from people, learn from relationships, a lot of things. So you have to be self-aware, like I said, so that everything around you, you will learn from everything that you come in contact with on a daily basis. So continuous learning is very important. Another area you should look at is mentorship. When you want to improve yourself, you have to have a mentor. People at times people say, oh, mentor me, but they will say it, but you will not see them, keep up with the request. When you want to grow, nobody grows in isolation. We grow by, working with people. They say if you want to go far, you go by with people. If you want to, well, you don't want to go anywhere, then just be on your own and you don't have to interact with anybody. But if you really want to go far, it's people that will help you. People make things happen. You stand on people's shoulder to get to where you want to go. So get a mentor that can put you through. They've already made a lot of mistakes. So while you are on your journey, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. They can show you the way. Don't go this way, go this way. So it helps your growth. You will now be able to go faster because you're not going to repeat the mistakes they've made. That is why we need mentors in our lives. So the next one is prioritizing your learning and your growth. You have to prioritize your growth. Set goals for yourself. Where do I want to be in the next 1 year? Where do I want to be in the next 2 years? So set goals for yourself. That is how to develop yourself, so that you know that today this is what I'm going to do. Next week, this is where I want to be. The next 1 year, these are the things I want to have achieved. This will help you. Maybe you want to go back to school, or you want to take a training, or you want to take a course. You do something so that you know that, oh, okay, I'm very poor in this area. I will improve myself. I remembered when I was struggling in my business, and I don't like numbers. I don't like numbers. I like counting money, but I don't like numbers. So I always had issues with numbers, recording my finances and all that. But after a while, I have to tell myself, I think you have a problem with financial literacy. Just go back and learn how to manage, yourself in this area. And I took courses. I told myself, the next 5 years, every training I see on financial management, I'm going to take it. So I started taking courses on how to manage money, how to, capture my expenses, how to know, how to do record keeping and all that. I'm telling you, the next 5 years down the line, I've improved tremendously in that area. It was a weak area, but now I'm better in it. So that's one of the things you need to do. As an example, if you know it's a particular area you're struggling, go and apply yourself to knowledge in that area, and before you know it, you'll find out that you become a master in that area. So what I'm saying to us today, that we cannot play with self-development. It is key to our next level. It is the key to where we're going. And as much as you apply yourself to it, that destination you have set goals for, you will definitely get there. So if you are looking at me today and watching this video, I want you to know that self-development is key to your growth, is key to your next level, is key to the growth of your business, is key to the growth of your relationship and the opportunities that you're going to have as you run your business. So thank you for listening today. I hope you're going to start from somewhere. Maybe it's a book that you're going to start reading. Some people don't like reading, but they always say readers are leaders. So if you start reading, it's one step forward. Or take some courses. There are a lot of free courses online. We have a lot of platforms where you can go and learn different things, and you'll be certified for them. You'll be amazed at who you will be in the next 1 to 2 years. Thank you for listening, and I hope this has moved you one step forward from where you are, and I hope you are going to prioritize your self-development. See you again on the next series as you join us. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.